but I actually, I mean, I should say that although I'm not an expert in basic income, I actually first heard of it on a podcast put out by the BBC about history. So, and they discussed this issue of basic income, and it was the first time that I heard about it, and it was in the context of, to everybody's surprise, it actually works and has multiplier effects, in the sense that for the amount that you put in, you get more benefit than you would think. So I think that the biggest argument in favor of basic income is probably the success that it's had in the places where it's been tried. I think that, and this is why during the discussion today I talked about the fact that we are wedded to this biblical idea of original sin and the need to labor, and the concept that, I think it was George Bernard Shaw who said that not so much that what St. Paul said about the love of money is the root of all evil. He said the lack of money is the root of all evil. And it's always interesting to me the way that people who actually have huge amounts of wealth manage to convince themselves that somehow they deserve it. Whether it's because of their class, their race, their status, their gender, they convince themselves that they work hard for their money, whereas the fact is that they don't. I mean, that's just a reality. And if you compare the amount of labor that they put in to the amount of labor that people who really work hard, I mean, 2 jobs, and not just the jobs, but traveling to and from the jobs, which is also, tremendously draining. If you compare all of those, you would see that it definitely isn't the work that you've put in. Or even if you say the multiplier effect of your parents' wealth. I mean, my parents invested in my education. I, in my turn, am able to invest in my succeeding generations' education. So I think that there are different ways in which people convince themselves that the system that we have is okay and is working. And being myself a believer in enlightened self-interest, I think that the way, it's not so much the poor man is not sleeping because he's hungry, and the rich man cannot sleep because the poor man is not sleeping. But nonetheless, you can't ignore that aspect of it, that those who think that the system we have now is sustainable are living in, I would say, a little bit of a delusion.